Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel, God and Girl Talk. I'm Chris. We got another powerful topic today. And if I get a little passionate, sorry. Well, not really. I'm not really sorry because this has to be said. God has put this on my heart for so long, and He's finally told me today is going to be the day where I make a video about it because I struggled with this for so long, where I let the enemy steal my life, my days, every second I was consumed with worry, chaos, overwhelm, anxiety, depression. I felt like I had no control over these things. And the worst part about me is that I didn't even have the awareness until just a few years ago that I wasn't supposed to be living like this. I grew up in a household where we tied our worth to accomplishments and other people's validation and what they thought about us and a lot of other things, a lot of other chaotic things. But it destroyed me. It destroyed me. It destroyed the inherent value that God already placed on my life since the beginning of time because He already had a plan for me way back then. He already gave me my full power, authority, dominion to walk in. But I'll say for me, sorry, I allowed the world to tear me down in such a way to where I had no control over my life. I had no control over my day. I had no control over my emotions. I had no control over my thoughts. I felt like I had no control. And I didn't even have the awareness that I was supposed to have control over this. So my question for you is, are you tired of living in fear, overwhelm, anxiety, chaos, depression? Are you tired of feeling like everything you do and say is never good enough, or no one would ever want to hear what you're thinking about, what your thoughts are, what you're consuming, what you're reading? Are you tired of living from that space of always feeling like you are not enough? I know I was, but I didn't know how to not live like that anymore. But I will tell you one thing before I dive into how we're going to combat all this is that there are spirits in this world that you have allowed to attach themselves to you in order to throw you off and distract you from God's plan that He has created for you long, long ago. And I'm going to back it up and I'm going to give you Bible and I'm going to tell you why, okay, and how. So in Ephesians 6, verse 12, it says, "For we are not fighting against flesh and blood enemies, but against evil rulers and authorities of the unseen world, against mighty powers in this dark world, and against evil spirits in the heavenly places." There are spirits out here that are operating in chaos. They are chaotic spirits. They are negative spirits. They are anxiety-ridden spirits. They are depression spirits that are taking your focus off of what God created you to live in, which was in, which was in 2 Timothy 1, verse 7. "For God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline." That right there tells you there are spirits. The things that God sends to you when you have a success or a win, or you feel like you're really on top of your game, you are self-disciplined, you are focused, your thoughts are clean, your actions are being taken, that is the Spirit of God. Spirit of fear and timidity, which means you don't want to be seen, you don't want to take the actions, that comes from the enemy. There's no other place for it to come from. We are operating in spirits, okay? And I will tell you on John 10, verse 10, it says, "The thief's purpose is to steal and kill and destroy. My purpose is to give them a rich and satisfying life." This is God talking about Himself. So if you do not feel like you have a rich and satisfying life, then it's not from God. It's not. And rich doesn't just mean as riches, wealth, and all those things. It means you can be rich in joy. You can be rich in happiness. You can feel abundant internally. And yes, okay, wealth will follow that. But if you don't have a sound mind, you don't have discipline, you don't have love, you don't have joy, you don't have peace, not from God, because God is all things good, all things holy, all things right. So if you have anything other than that, you do not feel like you are operating in a spirit of joy, happiness, love, peace, wealth, and abundance, then you have allowed another spirit to come in, take over, and to distract you from the purpose that God created you for, which was to live in all of those things that I just listed: love, peace, joy, sound mind, happiness, abundance. So, with that, I will tell you that because this is confirmation in my story. Is I, like I said, was so unaware that I was supposed to be living in that spirit with God that I was on anxiety medicine. I was going to counseling. I was breaking down and crying every single day, reliving traumas from 5 years ago, when I was going through my go through a few years ago. And God had me revisit all this because I was so unhealed. All I did was repress. All I did was try to go forward, but I kept operating from this place of pain. All I had were all these demonic spirits, these evil presences distracting me and distorting my view and taking my focus off of God and what He created me to do. Until one day, praise God, He revealed Himself to me. Well, I'll never forget. I think I did a YouTube short about how you know when you get a message from God, or at least how I know and how I have talked to other people who know, is that most of us can't even remember what we had for breakfast 3 days ago. But when you get a message that is all things good, all things peace, all things love, even if it's a slight rebuke, it's still good for you, but it never leaves your heart. This happened to me 3 years ago, and I can still recall it like the back of my hand. So one day I was sitting there journaling about something my father had done to me 20 years ago. I know, it's a thing. But anyway, we're healing our traumas. So I was doing that, but in the middle of the journaling session, I broke down. Like, I was uncontrollably sobbing, crying. I ran to the bathroom, just sat on the floor, my head against the tub, just sobbing. I heard a voice come through in my mind that says, "You need to fix your family. Do not be afraid. You know what to do. You are strong." I said, "Excuse me, I am not strong. Who are you talking to?" Because I feel terrible right now in this moment. I feel horrible. That's how I know it was not from me. Because now I'm starting to see what God meant about you need to fix your family. Do not be afraid. You know what to do. You are strong. But at that moment, I was like, I have no idea what you are talking about. However, I knew from that moment on, this is it. I have never had a breakdown like that since then, because I was like, I have let so many things distract me and take my focus off of God, which God wasn't even that heavy in my life at that point, but I knew I was coming into something. And after I got that message, I literally got up minutes later and I said, no more. No more. If I am going to fix my family, I'm going to be the change that I'm going to see right now. And I will never have my daughters go through the things that I have went through. Maybe they'll go through some different stuff. I cannot control that. God's going to have everybody go through their own experiences. However, I will not continue to operate from this point on. The reason that Satan continues to send you spirits that are taking away your focus from God and what He created you to do on this earth is because you are allowing that to happen. And the way that you fight that is with action. Satan is only going to try to manipulate your mind. That's all he can do. He can't do anything else. You can easily rebuke that. That's a whole different discussion. Jesus already died. You were covered by the blood of the Lamb. He sacrificed himself so that you can have power, authority, and dominion over these evil spirits. So that's a whole other discussion. But the practical way that you fight that is with action. Whenever you don't feel like doing something, that's the thing you need to do. Whenever you don't feel like, I don't know, maybe God gave you a business idea, start creating things for the business. Open that LLC. It takes 20 minutes, if that, on Zen Business, okay? It takes no time at all. Maybe you hate your job. Take 30 minutes to apply to 5 jobs. It doesn't even take that long. It is so easy now to apply for jobs. We won't even go down that rabbit hole. Please stop telling yourself and other people that it's so hard in this job market and that you can't possibly find anything. They are out there. They exist. Start applying. Try harder, because Satan is going to continue to tell you that you're not good enough and that nobody's going to hire you. But you know that's false, because you just got this job and then you got the other one and then you got the one before that. Do the action that needs to take place in order to gain the confidence to fight these spirits, so that they will go somewhere else, to someone else who is not ready to receive a message like this, who will not take the action, who will leave this video and still stay stuck in their current level of thinking and operating way below their potential and their means. Hate to be harsh, but a lot of people will do that. And I hate that for y'all. That's why I'm making this video. That's why I'm so passionate about it. Take the action. If you want to be a content creator, but you're afraid to be seen and everybody's going to talk about it, nobody cares. Make the video, make the YouTube short. It's a 3-minute video, ramble if you have to, and then make one the next day. Post it and ghost it. Stop worrying about views. Start worrying about likes. You've already been validated. God already likes you. He's already given you everything that you need in order to be successful and live the life that he created you to live. Stop it, okay? Sorry to be harsh, but that had to be said. Okay, last thing you're going to do to help you with that is ask yourself daily, do I want to continue to live below my potential? If God created me healthy, with a healthy body, a healthy mind, to where I know that if I just put a little bit of work in my life, that I could take back control of my life from these evil spirits, from this enemy that is always out to get me and keep me stuck, keep me living below my potential. Can I realistically keep living like this and have a happy and fulfilling life? The answer will be no. So that should drive you to start taking action, small action. Open that LLC, create the 3-minute video, go on a walk, think of an idea, have a conversation with somebody that you've been avoiding having. It does not matter what it is. Take the action. And I pray that you will continue to walk in your power, your authority, and your dominion that God gave you. And I do have a resource to help you with this because God has been so on me about dominion. That is my word for the year. But again, a lot of us have not even read Genesis to know that when he created us in his image. Go forth, be fruitful, multiply, have dominion, replenish the earth, trample, subdue anything that gets in your way because you have that power and authority, and take back control of your life. This guide that I have is a community guide that's meant to be done with family, friends, or your inner circle, whatever that looks like. But you can also do it by yourself because there's so many deep inner work questions, prompts, and exercises, practical exercises that will help you regain control of your life and start walking in your power and your purpose that God created you for. So I will leave a link down in the description below because it helped me so much get clarity into what I was supposed to be doing and my purpose for God. And I have shared this with other people in my community, and we've had a Bible study on it, and the revelations and the realizations and the businesses that have been created from it are remarkable. I'm just letting you know dominion is how we are supposed to be walking on this earth. We are not supposed to be giving our power over to the enemy to let him destroy our lives every single day. Take back control of your life. Take back the power and remember that you are so strong. And if you have a question or comment, leave it below so I can help you, so I can pray for you, so I can answer it, and we can continue to battle this enemy together. All right. I hope you have a great day. Let me know if you need any help. Love you guys. Bye.